example to go for today. This time the graphs are given, and we have to figure out how to write the equation. So f of x is the original red one. And on this graph, they gave us 2 points on f of x and 2 points on the blue graph. That correspond, or actually 3 points. They gave us 0, 0. And on the blue graph, it ends up being at 0, 0. Can you tell me what happened? Probably you'd think nothing happened, because that's what it looks like. But you could have multiplied x by 500. That could have worked. This is not a very good point for helping us figure out what's actually happening. But if I take a second point, so I have the point 3, 9, and notice that point 3, 9, and it's labeled on the other one as 1.5, 4.5. And now I think you might have a guess. What do you think happened to the x values? What do you think happened to the y values? And now that you have that guess, we'll see one other point to see if your guess actually works. Because there could be more than one guess that works, but let's try a third point. So it looks like on the original one, I have 2, -8. That's that bottom point, and the bottom point on the blue graph is 1, -4. Did you is what you thought worked in the second one still work for that third point? It's going to take me a while to get used to that. They changed the eraser size on me over the summer. And it's going to take me a while to get used to that. Oh, you just made a little mistake? No, it's now a massive circle. Anyways, did you come up with the x values were multiplied by a half and the y values were multiplied by a half? Sometimes it's going to be as easy as that to see them. Now, write an equation of the image graph in terms of the function f. So we talked about this in terms of, we need to write an equation. By the way, if something is called an equation, it has an equal sign. And there has to be something on both sides of the equal sign. That's important because you'd be amazed how many students just decide to write one side of the equation and not the other. Or how many students just decide not to write this part, which is, wow, in yellow, which is, on the left side, we're going to write y equals. On the right side, in terms of f, well, y by half, that shows up as a half in front. X's are liars, so the x by a half will show up as a 2, the reciprocal, flip 1/2, get 2 over 1 inside. Okay? In 3.4, we start to combine everything, and things can get a little bit complicated when you have reflections, stretches, and translations, both horizontally and vertically, for all the graphs that we have together. For this one, you can circle 5, 12, 13, and 14.